Welcome friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me while we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. In today's episode, Amberlynn is so smug and self-righteous. You'll see. Okay, so we are on part 3 of her question and answer extravaganza, and this one is apparently talking about lies, reaction channels, and rarity. I have a feeling the lies that are haunting her are not the lies that we all think should be haunting her. That's just my guess.
Oh, hello. Welcome to part 3 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your guys' questions, 25 per each video. And I do have a few disclaimers. I chose to do this because I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, but for the next 10 days, I'm gonna be super busy, so I'm not gonna have any time to edit, but I definitely will have time to film, so you don't have to worry about that. So to keep my promise, I am pre-filming, so in the best way that I knew how, I was like, let's do some Q&As for now. So if you haven't seen my other 2, they're already posted. Things get a little juicy, and we're gonna continue getting juicy. And I feel like in part 4, we might get even juicier, so let's do it. All right, first question. What kind of ASMR do you watch on YouTube? Lately, I've been really loving like certain perfectionist like final touches of like the hair.
Bro, nobody asked her that question. What happens when she does a Q&A is she sits around and goes, what do I want to tell people? You know, what is it that I really just want to tell everybody about myself? I know, I'll pretend like people ask me a bunch of questions because she's sitting here going like, I love this ASMR. I really would love to tell people about it. And so instead of just coming on and saying, hey, I really like this ASMR, she's like, I'm going to pretend like people like me enough to ask me these questions. Nobody asked you what ASMR you're watching. And nobody asked you if you've been electrocuted and crap like that. Come on, girl.
I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it's so calming when like they do like curls and they like move the hair like this and like just like perfect little tiny little movements. That's why it's called ASMR perfectionist or whatever. Oh my God, it's so good and calming. 10 out of 10 recommend. What are some of your hobbies lately? I've been into scrapbooking, journaling, Legos, doodling. Yeah, that's
You mean to tell me that she's doing something that she could show her audience, like scrapbooking, all that kind of stuff, and she's not showing, like, I'm not buying it, not for a second. If she was actually scrapbooking, she would be showing that. You know what I mean? Like, no, her hobbies, her actual hobbies are Lego and watching reaction channels and commenting and going on sock accounts and having arguments with people about how great she is. That's her hobby. Pretending to be an baby in reaction channels comments.
about it. What's your love language or favorite way to be loved? So for the longest, I thought words of affirmation was like top 2 of my love languages, but it's not. It's actually like 3rd. My number 1 love language, I think, is physical touch. Like with the right person, like I cannot touch you enough. You cannot touch me enough.
Because she's a child. Again, this is something a 13-year-old does, right? But again, nobody's asking this. The thing is, what she doesn't understand is you can just say this stuff. You don't need to pretend like people are asking you questions. I know it makes you feel like you have friends or that you can brag that you have friends, but we're not buying it.
Like, let's be in each other's skin. And then my second love language is definitely quality time. I feel like that is so freaking important. It's not even funny. Quality time with 0 distractions, just you and your partner to connect mentally, physically, emotionally, through laughter, deep conversations, fun, etc., etc. In other ways, I love to be loved that isn't even part of like...
Notice she doesn't say anything about how she loves to love other people. It's always about her. You'll notice too, whenever they talk about what do you love about your significant other, like when they ask what does she love about Tommy, her answers, no joke, were she loves me so much. She doesn't care about my weight. It was all about her. Everything, every answer to every question is all about her. So her love language is getting attention. That's it. But the main thing with this is she hears love language. She knows enough about it to sort of pretend like she can speak on it at any kind of intelligent level. And it makes her feel smart, right? It makes her feel like she can come on and like she lists quality time. Like, I'm so mature. I love quality time. It's a really important thing. Quality time. Like, shut up. You just love touching people and being a 13-year-old girl. That's no joke, as long as they are just kissing your ass and telling you you're great and, I mean, touching, I guess, but no. All her significant other needs to do is go, Amber, you're awesome. And she's like, climax!
The love language list, like just understanding and patience and kindness and just like a gentle love. That's genuinely important to me. Do you follow trends with the clothing you wear? No. No.
No, come on. Really? No way anybody asked that, but if they did, you have not been paying attention. I mean,
Most trends, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not here to judge, but yes, the trends, you know what? Pop off. You do you. You look great. If you love what you wear, you automatically look beautiful to me. But they're not for me. I have my own style.
Not Amberlynn coming out here acting like she's a fashionista. Oh my God. I can't roll my eyes hard enough. God, that's so stupid.
Sometimes I don't even understand my own style. If I see it and I wear it and I like it and I love it, I'm gonna keep wearing it. I don't care what anybody says out there.
We know, girl. We know. When you find something that you like to wear, whether it looks good or not, you're gonna keep wearing it. We know.
What do you actually need a planner for? That sounds like a little bit of shade.
Now that, I will say somebody might have asked that. Like, that is a great question, because nothing.
So I like to plan YouTube videos. You guys don't know this, but I have like a whole...
Oh, shut up. Oh my God, I thought I couldn't roll my eyes hard enough earlier. I can't. I can't with that. I like to plan YouTube. I like to plan YouTube videos. Oh my God. That's so stupid. That may be the dumbest thing I've ever heard her say in the years that I've been following her. I like to plan my YouTube videos. Girl, shut up.
List of things that I want to talk about in vlogs or show in vlogs or what do I want to do in vlogs. I'm also a very to-do list oriented type of girly, whether it's things around the house or things I'm doing with my mom or things that I have to do just to remind myself because my memory is not good.
Number 1, sit. Number 2, watch The Ankle and Snowflake and Jordy. Number 3, eat and sit also. Come on, girl. I don't think you need a list for your to-dos.
So I use a planner to plan. How often do you use your tarot cards? I only ever use them when I truly feel like the universe is like, I want to tell you something, or if I want the universe to tell me something, because it's not always the universe coming to me and being like, girly pop, like, we need to talk. Sometimes it's like me saying, we need to talk. I genuinely feel like with the tarot cards that I have treated them with like the kindness.
Is she like really thinking the universe is talking to her? Because this is the second time that she's talked about the universe and her.
You need to treat your tarot cards. I might have been a little neglectful. I'm currently actively staring at them because they're on my bookshelf. And just know that I love you guys. I do. Maybe I should get them out tonight because I'm feeling guilty. It's been like easily over a month, maybe even longer. Oh my God, it's been since before I went to Wisconsin. Holy. I do believe that if you treat your tarot cards right, like they'll treat you right and they'll connect with the universe even more. I know.
What does she think they're gonna do? If you treat your tarot cards right, they'll, I don't know, tell you good things about you? Like, what does she think is gonna happen? I treated my tarot cards poorly, so my cat got lost. Maybe she's onto something.
For some people, like, you probably think I'm crazy and you don't believe in that, but everyone has their different beliefs. I would never judge someone based on what they believe, and I hope they would do the same for me and they won't judge me. And it's really crazy because I feel like I have like matured a lot spiritually. I used to not really believe in tarot readings or tarot cards or really anything about it, but I'm telling you that was years ago. But as time went on, I felt more compelled to get my own deck of cards and to treat them in the way they deserve.
Her trying to cling on to anything that would give her any kind of meaning. And honestly, a lot of it is that she has nothing. She does nothing. She has no sense of accomplishment. She has no real, motivation in life. So, I mean, I can see clinging on to the smallest thing that might help. Not great for her, probably. She probably needs to stick to reality a little bit more, but I mean, that's not surprising, I guess.
And to come at it with like a sense of respect and understanding. Every single time I have done a tarot reading on myself, whether the reading was bad or good, it felt right and it felt true. And I definitely felt it in my heart. Yeah.
I mean, that's how they work, right? That's kind of the whole point. Zodiac signs and all that stuff. Like they're vague enough that they kind of fit anybody, right? You can see yourself in any of it. And hey, if you enjoy it, go for it. I wouldn't plan my life around what they say, but if it's fun, it's fun. But I think she's taking it a little more seriously than she should.
I'm definitely going to be taking those cards down tonight and doing a reading because I think I need one. And I almost feel like someone asked me that question because the universe was like, Amberlynn, we need a tarot reading. We should speak a little bit. So thank you to the person asking that question. What were your Animal Crossing eras like? So I've had 3 Animal Crossing eras where I played obsessively.
What? Again, she was just sitting around going, you know what? I miss Animal Crossing. I want to talk about that. And instead of just going, you guys remember Animal Crossing? I was thinking about that yesterday. She has to come on here and be like, all my friends, all these people that love me so much, they asked me about Animal Crossing. Like, nobody's asking you this shit.
The first time ever was, I know I was living in Virginia and I would play like obsessively. So that was the first time. And then the other 2 times is when I was living in Kentucky. And since then,
Even people who play Animal Crossing don't ask each other, what was your Animal Crossing era? Like, she thinks she really can pretend to talk like the people that actually do those things, right? She pretends like she's an Animal Crossing or a gamer girly, but nobody talks like that. So no, nobody asked her this question. She's really bad at asking her own questions.
haven't touched it. Do you think lesbians can be non-binary? Of course. Do you still smoke Delta 8? And are you going to stop when you start semaglutide? I do still smoke. I definitely don't
Do we know? Man, there have been a few videos where she has been freaking ripped.
smoke as much as I used to. And I will be more than likely stopping when I start semaglutide. Delta 8 gives me the munchies, and it would be counterproductive. Is that the right word? It'll be counterproductive.
Yes. Yes, that is the right word.
To be taking semaglutide, but then also smoking Delta 8. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you plateau on semaglutide this time, will you still keep taking it? Last time I took semaglutide, it stopped working because
The answer is no. She will stop. In fact, I don't even know it's because of the plateau. I think she used that as an excuse because she loves food too much, and it makes her where she doesn't feel hungry, but she still wants the food. She still enjoys the food. And I think she just gets to the point where she doesn't want to miss out on the food. She loves it.
the syringes I got were pre-filled, which you're not supposed to do that because when you pre-fill a syringe, it expires in 28 days. And through the med spa that I went, they acted as if that was okay. And I know a lot of people were asking, like, did you see a doctor? The person was actually an RN, so they knew what they were talking about, but no one's a robot. People make mistakes. 28 days is only 4 weeks. And for 4 weeks, the syringes were working. Week 5, I felt nothing. So that is when I doubled my dose. I still felt nothing. And when you double your dose, oh honey, you feel...
Wait, is she saying it's because they expired? The pre-filled syringes after that 4 weeks, the ones that she was using after that expired, and that's why they didn't work? This feels like a really far reach here.
Feel something. So that's when I was like, something just doesn't seem right to me. And I had 13 pre-filled syringes. So that's 13 weeks worth. And that's like way past the expiration date. At that point, potency, non-existent. But to answer your question, if I plateau on semaglutide, will I keep taking it? Yes. Are there any updates on Rarity? Sadly, no. In my actual gut.
Yeah, of course there's not. What could there... Like, again, nobody's asking that. She wanted an excuse to talk about Rarity without just... for whatever reason, she didn't want to just bring it up. But what possible updates could there be? Hey, Amber, yeah, I just want to let you know your cat's still dead. Like, what else could it be?
And soul and heart, I really do believe that someone found her and they're loving on her. They're feeding her and she has water and warmth and love. And
oh, she's going for the Oscar, folks. Here we go. Oh, she's gonna lay it on real thick right here. This is the moment. Everybody, shh. Let's see the performance.
laughter and cuddles, everything that I once gave her. I truly believe that someone else is doing the same. For now, I will have her home one day. Like, I do believe that. And I'm putting out all of the positivity that I can.
It seemed real to me.
Whew, I need a minute. Have you ever been assessed or evaluated for ADHD? Because girl, I see all the signs in you. So I have been assessed by a psychologist, and the psychologist then said, you need to be like actively evaluated because you show signs, as that person said. And this was when I was living in Kentucky. So
Of course, it's just another mental illness that she can have, right? But never, ever, ever, ever will she bring up NPD. The one that everybody can pretty much say, girl, you got it. If somebody did ask that question, she saw that and was like, oh, I can have another mental illness. I can talk about another one. Yay, you know. Because again, it can't be, it would never be, yeah, I got assessed and it turns out I don't have it, right? That was just never going to happen. If anybody actually asked her that question, which I'm not sure they did, but if anybody actually asked her that, there is no chance she would ever say, I don't have it. She just thrives on having whatever mental illness she can pretend to have.
I scheduled an appointment, but it was literally for 6 months away. And I ended up moving because me and my girlfriend at the time broke up and I was ready for a change. I did not belong in Kentucky anymore. And I think I had like 3 months to go until my appointment. But obviously since I moved, I wasn't able to attend the appointment. So I still have not been evaluated. Do you have any?
So what she's hinting at is, yes, I have it. The doctor basically told me I have it. Because of course she did. Of course she's saying that. Like, oh my God.
Updates on the article you were interviewed for? Nope. I have not been contacted since I did the interview. Where is Wasabi?
And I haven't seen it. Have you? Is that weird to anybody else? Not really. I'm not surprised at all.
More than likely, he's laying on the bed. How did you find out Santa wasn't real? So I was laying in the living room, and I did that because I wanted to catch Santa in the act. I'm sure most little kids do. So I was sleeping on the couch next to the Christmas tree. Next thing you know, my mom's like, oh my God, my water broke as I was putting Santa's gifts out under the tree. She did not know that I was awake. She did not know that I heard that. But yeah, my mom went into labor on Christmas 2 times.
Wait, what? Her mom said my water broke while I was putting Santa's gifts under the tree. While she was putting the gifts under the tree? What was Amber? That story is literally gibberish. That is nonsense. Let's picture this. Okay, so she's laying on the living room floor, Christmas Eve night, I'm assuming, because why else would she, when else would she be doing that? She says her mom said her water broke while she was putting the gifts out. She says her mom says that her water broke while she was putting. I don't get it. I don't understand what she's trying to say. I don't think she even knows what.
With me and with my brother Jonathan. I was born on the 27th though, so she was in labor for like a hot minute. She went in labor with Jonathan early, like in the morning, like in the night while I was sleeping, and actually still had him that day. So my brother Jonathan's birthday is on Christmas. Literally the best Christmas of my life. Do you deep down want to be skinny? If I could have any body type in the world, and I was 100% the healthiest I could be, I still would not want to be skinny. My favorite body type is like chunky, like curvy, like thick thighs, like good hips, pretty big butt. I don't want to be skinny for me. I think every body type is beautiful. Skinny, chunky, fat, whatever.
You're never going to be any other body type. I'm sorry.
Like, I think you are absolutely gorgeous. But for myself, like, I want some curves. I want some meat. I want my partner to grab onto my chunk. What? When is the last?
The problem is even that she's never going to get there. She doesn't have the maturity or the willpower to get even to chunk,
Time you watched Karina Kaboom? I'm telling you, the last time I watched her, I think was during live stream era.
Liar. At the very least, she is absolutely watching every video because Karina will say something, Karina or Jordy or Snowflake will say something, and like the next day, she is talking about it. There's no way, like a couple of times I can see being a coincidence, but no, it's constant. Almost every time they bring something up, she's like, oh, I hear people are saying this. Like, I guess she really thinks her audience and the reaction channel audience are just all really stupid.
3 exes ago, like even before Feline, I don't like that woman. I hate everything about that woman. Like no tea, no shade, but what is going on with her? I chose to be like, I cannot do this anymore. Like she puts me in the biggest negative headspace. So I said, I'm actively removing myself from this situation.
And the crazy thing is, she's not like one of the meaner ones, right? Generally, and again, I've said this in another video, most of the reaction channels are really giving pretty constructive criticism, right? They're generally telling her, hey, maybe don't be this way or do whatever it is you're doing. But she just refuses to take any criticism seriously. She refuses to listen to it at all. It's all hate. And so Karina, she's a little brash and a little straightforward, but Amber could probably do to listen to her,
And I have not watched her since. So it's literally been years. Are you for or against abortion? I am pro-choice. Will you get another pet anytime soon? No. Absolutely not. I'm still waiting for Rarity to come home. What's the last?
You think Rarity's going to come from Wisconsin? I'm not sure what you meant by that, but that was pretty stupid.
Hypocritical thing you've heard recently that involves another YouTuber. So I don't know if you guys know who this is, but Nikki and Gabby are 2 twins that have done YouTube for so long, probably even longer than me, and I've been on YouTube for 11 years. But either way, they've been on YouTube for literally forever. And they used to do a ton of videos. Like they had like their own channel. Now they have like 2 separate channels because they decided not to make videos together anymore. But regardless, they would get so many views, like millions of views. Like they were part of like the most famous YouTubers. Like they would go to like Tarte brands and like Bora Bora because like companies would pay for them to do that. And like they were like part of that group, right? Well, Nikki has recently came out on her TikTok and like confessed all of these lies. I'm like talking crazy things that like Nikki and Gabby both lied about and like faked in their videos. Like so.
This is all so that she can be like, look, lots of these people lie, right? It's not that big a deal. These people lie way worse than I do. That's all this is.
Many things that it literally has left my jaw on the floor. Like, and I still have not picked it up. Can someone pick it up for me? And I think the reason why my jaw is still sitting on the floor is because nobody's mad. Nobody's mad at them that they have lied and like cheated their way through the YouTube life. Like I'm so confused. Like I genuinely am so confused.
I don't know who those people are, but Amber is always trying to portray herself as some angel, as some empath, right? Who can do no wrong, while lying about almost everything she does. And the obvious blatant narcissism and all that other stuff makes it really difficult to look past all the lies and stuff with her, because she doesn't fess up to it, first of all. I know she tried at one point, but then she got mad because people were like, yeah, we know you're a liar. And also, you forgot these lies. All these other things that are actually way more important than what you were talking about. And she got mad. So she will never admit to lying anymore. But she has a very specific personality. And that personality is, I am an angel. I am perfect. I do everything right, while lying the whole time. And so when she gets called out on it, she can't figure it out. Because she thinks she's a good liar. That's the other problem, is she thinks she's good at it. But she's not. She's not. People see right through it. And there's proof. I mean, there's so many times that she'll lie and then they will come out with proof and she will double down.
Because like that one video that I made 8 years ago where I was like, yeah, these are the few things that I've lied about and here are the reasons why I've done it. That has haunted me. Like there's no tomorrow. Like people still to this day bring it up, and it's been like 8 years now. But Nikki and Gabby lied about even worse and even more, and people are just gagged. We're just gagged. Oh my God. And like nobody cares. I'm like, I don't know what planet, as Yo Mama says, am I in the upside down? Like, am I in the upside down? Am I living in the upside down right now? And as a viewer, like I'm hurt. I'm like, what? You lied about all of that, and all of that was fake and like orchestrated. And I'm just like, what is going on? I can't be the only one that's upset, but according to how everyone's reacting, everyone's totally fine with it. Totally cool. You know what? You're skinny, you're beautiful. Go ahead and laugh.
Oh, come on. Here comes victim Lynn. It's because I'm fat. People don't want to believe me because I'm fat. And no, girl, it's because the couple of lies that you fessed up to back when you fessed up to lying were not the big ones. And then you just continue lying all the time, pretending like you're not. You are not the victim, right? If you would stop lying, that would be a big step in helping get you to the point where you can be forgiven and everybody would think it was fine. But you got to stop first. And then if you would actually admit to some, like what happened with Casey. I don't think she's ever admitted that she lied whenever she said that Casey SA'd her. Like she's never admitted that she lied about that. In fact, she kind of hem-hawed around it and was really vague about like, oh, you know, there's some stuff that I said that wasn't quite right. Like Rain and Petals eavesdrop, I said the wrong word. Like, girl, you said more than a word. So this victim mentality, this is frustrating. This is kind of infuriating at this point. And now she's blaming it on fat phobia, right? The only reason anybody would not forgive me for all the lying I do is because I'm fat. Like, girl, no. You have made this bed and you are lying in it.
It's totally fine. Why do you nervously laugh around Tommy so much? I'm never nervous around Tommy. When I'm laughing around Tommy, it's because I'm happy. Like I'm genuinely like so happy, I just can't stop laughing. That's a good sign. Like I want to continue smiling. I want to continue laughing. I want to continue joking. Like Tommy isn't just my lover, my partner, my this, my that. He is my best friend. And I want...
No, girl, you look so uncomfortable around Tommy. Emily. And she looks like she doesn't give a single shit about you. Like that, no, there is no chemistry. You can pretend like there is all day long, but no, there is no, we can see it. We see it. There's no chemistry.
To always have fun with her, even doing stupid things like trying eggnog and I'm just like giggling like a schoolgirl. It's because I'm happy. Like she genuinely makes me feel good when I'm around her and I want it to stay that way. Are you still friends with Alexis, and can we get an update on that? We are still friends. We are not as close as we used to be.
I don't know. Alexis came out pretty recently saying that Amberlynn apparently like was going to send her a cease and desist, and she was kind of spilling some tea on her cat. Like I think one of them is still friends, but I don't think Alexis wants anything to do with Amber. But the thing is, this has happened before. Alexis came out hard against Amber and then immediately turned back. Alexis is a serious clout goblin. She will do whatever it takes to just get some attention, right? She went into Karina's chat and or emailed her or something like that, and I just don't take anything she says seriously because all she wants is attention. It's pretty obvious. She'll just say whatever she needs to make sure that she stays relevant in this whole gorlworld thing.
That I do have like a wall up, and I think she knows, Obviously, like the trust there due to the betrayal, like there's no trust there, you know? And I think she knows that, and I think she feels bad, but I think she's being patient and she's being understanding and she's being kind and just like not forcing anything, which is what I appreciate. Like I genuinely care about Alexis and I love her and I know she feels the same for me.
If Amber is right and this stuff was pre-recorded however many days ago, then this was recorded before Alexis came out and talked to Karina, and I think she talked to Jordy in his chat. Alexis is going to do what Alexis is going to do to get her clout. Unfortunately, she's like the one friend Amber actually thought she had. So that's kind of sad. You know, Amber doesn't have any friends now, but I can kind of see why.
I'm glad that I was able to forgive her and we were able to hang out quite a few times and like have a great time. But I think it's going to take a while before things ever get back to how they were, if they ever do. Who are some of your favorite?
See, that's another narcissist thing too, is Amber will never take any accountability for whatever happened between her and Alexis. And a narcissist like Amber will make it so that the person who she feels slighted by, which would be Alexis, has to jump through a bunch of hoops to be friends with her again. And Alexis just doesn't give enough of a shit about Amber to do all that. But also, Alexis has already come out slamming her and spilling tea on her and stuff, so she's just moved on. She's just going to do her own thing to get her own clout somewhere else, because she realizes, I think she got more hate for turning back to be friends with Amber, and I think she realized she could get more attention and more clout by hating on her, because everybody hates Amber.
Who are some of your favorite YouTubers right now? Like,
if she doesn't say Jordy, Karina, Snowflake, she's lying.
plus Cindy, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I love her videos. Pink Vlogs, which is Pink Sparkles, but her vlog channel, and also Yo Mama. So I'd say those are my top 3 right now. How big is your bush? I have a dainty bush. If you could...
Brother, And I'm just going to come back to imagine the smell.
Amberlynn did not shower.
Ask Jordy one single question and have him answer honestly and without bias or trying to impress his audience. What question would you ask him? Honestly, there's a lot. I have a whole interview I could give him. Trust. Jordy, hello. I know you're watching. I know you're watching by yourself first, and then you like to watch again while you're reacting, which is weird because why can't you just watch the first time during your reaction? Is it because you have to think of things to say and to complain about?
This smugness is not fun. This is frustrating.
To nitpick and all the little fat jokes you make, is that what it is? You have to like ponder that while you're playing your little World of Warcraft in your mom's basement? Don't answer that, because that's not the question. My question is, you say that you want, the best for me. You want me to go on semaglutide and lose the weight. You say that you're just a reaction channel and you're reacting to just, me as a person, and supposedly I'm just not a good person and all that. But what makes you better? Every 1 minute or 2 minutes, you have a fat joke, a very mean fat joke. You are fat phobic and you're fat shaming, and your audience eggs it on. What makes you any better than me? You're actively making fun of someone's weight, size, and body for money, for monetization gain. But yet I'm the bad person? I know you're gonna have a rebuttal. I know you're gonna manipulate your audience. But either way, if you were just reacting, why is it okay to be fat phobic while doing so? Is that because that's all you have? Because I'm not as shitty as you really thought I was, and my life isn't as dramatic as you want it to be?
Girl, this is delusion, right? This is absolute delusion. Almost everything that Jordy says has to do with her personality. A lot of times his chat will say something not particularly nice about her body or her size. He doesn't scold them and tell them to stop, but that's not his forte. That's not what he's doing most of the time. She opens herself up to that by eating on camera, and because she has constantly tried to pretend like she's losing weight and all this stuff. There is too much information about Amberlynn Reid on the internet for anybody who knows very much about her to say that she's a good person, right? She is just not. As soon as you jump into the rabbit hole of Amberlynn Reid, you realize real quick she is a terrible person. The weight really doesn't have much to do with that. The weight just happens to be part of that, but that's not the most interesting thing about her. But she uses it as a shield, and this is the best example I've ever seen by her of using fat phobia as a shield against any kind of criticism. The thing is, I think she knows it. She watches Jordy. She got blocked from his chat because she lost her mind in his chat. But most of what reaction channels have to say about her is not about her weight, unless she is eating a bunch of junk while pretending that she's losing weight. That's generally the only time that weight gets brought up, is when she starts it, when she's talking about weight or if she's eating on camera. This is the most egregious example of her using fat phobia to try to shield her from criticism that I've ever seen. Like, this is delulu.
So the only thing you have is like every other minute making fun of my body and my weight and my size and my issues. That's pretty fucking pathetic if you ask me. And I think it's time you go outside and get a little bit of sun. You're looking a little pale. All right, you guys, I enjoyed this one. I hope that you guys enjoyed.
God, that smug. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, she has one of the most frustrating faces on earth. Like, no, this ain't it, girl. Like, I know you think you got Jordy, but there's only one thing that's pathetic, and it's just the way you pretend to have mental illness and then use that to try to get sympathy and be a victim in everything you do. You have never taken accountability for anything. Even when you let Rarity out, you claim to have taken accountability, but all you did was blame it on Jordy. You blamed it on anything and everything. I left the door open, but it was because I was so stressed because Jordy was talking about me. There's definitely something pathetic here, but it ain't Jordy. Anyway, I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.